Last week we finished off what we called phase 1 of the 76 series build, including getting our UHF and tow pro fitted up, these awesome side steps and sliders, our MSA tow mirrors and our tow bar, and got the black duck seat covers on there as well. Then Liz got to see the car for the first time since getting the bull bar fitted up a few weeks earlier, before jumping in and heading up to Burrum Shores campground for our pioneer party.
So a few months ago, Simon and I were sitting at Burrum Shores beachfront campground saying what an amazing spot this would be for his 40th. But we didn't want to wait a few years to have a party there. So we came up with this idea, like what if we got all of you guys and invited you to a party there instead? And the Pioneer Party was born.
We were blown away with the response. We had over 30 sites booked, almost 100 people for the weekend. It was an incredible weekend of just getting to know all of you guys, having a lot of fun, laughs. We had a few games, had a few prizes. A massive thanks to Survival First Aid and Stratus Outdoors for donating the prizes for the weekend. And everyone just kicking around, getting to know each other. It was actually a little bit overwhelming for us to start with and a little bit humbling to see so many awesome people there.
And I think the nicest thing was also just seeing everyone else bond and connect, and the number of phone exchanges, and it was a crazy good weekend.
I think a lot of long-term friendships were made that weekend, and it kicked on quite late into the night, and we had some great fun listening to some live music. It was just a really good fun weekend, and we can't wait to do it again one day.
Bye. Bye. Bye, kids. Bye, kids.
Yeah, the car said bye, kids. Oh, the longer you stay, the harder it is to leave, eh? So I've had a big couple of weeks and just so many awesome people. Thanks to everyone, again, that came to the Pioneer Party. It was an unbelievably fun weekend. And then equally as fun was the Titanium owners meetup last weekend. Really, really hard to leave. The longer you stay somewhere, especially around really good people like that, it's really hard to leave. We've become really good friends with Michael and Alicia that are hosts at Burrum Shores campground. So yeah, tough to leave, but yeah, at the same time, you get itchy feet and it's time to go explore a bit more. So we're gonna go on a bit of a road trip. We've got to get down to Newcastle in the next week or so. We're going to call into Brisbane and get a 500k check done on the suspension and a few things on the car since we had it, got all that installed just to make sure everything's going sweet. We've got to get some PPF done on the flares that weren't on when the guys did the PPF. A few other bits and pieces, and we're going to take you guys along for the ride. Really looking forward to exploring the New South Wales coast again. We haven't been down the New South Wales coast in a very long time, so looking forward to calling in a few nice little coastal camps on our way as we head south, catch up with a bit of family in Newcastle, and then we're starting from there to head west. So a little bit of a different east-west trip to what we'd originally planned earlier this year. If you guys remember, we were going to do an east-west crossing of the Australian continent at its widest points. We're going to be doing it a bit different. We're going to be going along the bottom, doing Nullarbor and a whole lot of outback South Australia, outback New South Wales. All that's coming up in the next few episodes. Looking forward to sharing all that with you. We're excited to be back out travelling and getting out and using the car now that it's, well, not finished, but phase 1's complete, and we'll be doing a few more mods to it over the next few weeks as well. So yeah, heaps coming up for the channel and heaps coming up for us. But we can't do all that without getting on the road, so let's get out of here. This place might look familiar if you remember. This is where we stayed while we were building the car, this was happening, the things we're doing at McCormacks. So yeah, we're back. So tomorrow we're going to go to Scrubs and get the flares wrap with PPF, and then Wednesday, which is the day after tomorrow, suspension check at McCormacks, and then we're back heading south. All right, back down at Scrubs this morning. Hope you can hear me okay. The guys are working hard in the background. Scrubs is where we got the 76 wrapped in PPF a couple of weeks ago. And if you remember, we didn't have the flares fitted to the car back then because we had them off for painting. The guys here recommend leaving any freshly painted surfaces for 6 weeks before you apply the PPF, just to allow the paint to fully cure. So we've come back now after the 6 weeks since they've been painted, and they've been on the car for a few weeks, baked in the sun, so we're confident now we can wrap those with the PPF. We're just going to get that wrapped, and while it's here, the guys like to just do a quick check over as well and just make sure there's no issues with anything in the PPF. And yeah, then we'll be on our way. Back in at McCormacks today, getting our 500k check done on our suspension. So as part of the warranty for the J-Max conversion, you have to get a 500 kilometre check done after it's installed. So we've obviously done that run up to Burrum and back down, which is near on exactly 500k's, which worked out perfectly for us. Not a bad idea with any major upgrades to a full drive though, to do a bit of a shakedown trip and then get it checked over before you go doing anything too extreme, just to make sure that everything's settled in properly and nothing's loosened up. So the guys are just been over it with their spanners just to check all the components are tight and everything's as it should be, and just checking for any leaks and things like that. Well, after the PPF and the check over at McCormacks, it was time to hitch up and continue south. Always forget to put the mirrors in. The very important rock. Couldn't leave without the rock. The porcupine rock, apparently. I think we're good now. Mirrors are out. We've got the porcupine rock. Let's hit the road. You good now? Next stop, we are here, in case you can't tell, at Enerdrive in Brisbane. We're here to pick up the gear to build the power system in our 76. So I was here a few months ago and came in to see the guys and had a chat about what we wanted to build and what we wanted to run off our power system in the 76. And they had a few cool ideas. We collaborated a little bit and came up with a really awesome system that I can't wait to show you guys. We're going to be DIY installing it, and it includes a couple of new bits of gear that you might not have seen before on the market that are new for Enerdrive that we're looking forward to showing you. So let's go inside and we'll grab all that gear. Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate.
Take care.
Rightio, I got that system picked up from Enerdrive. So excited about that. You might have seen a sneak peek there. Some exciting new gear and our custom switch panel, which I'm pretty pumped for. Can't wait to show you how we're going to be installing that in the draw system over the next couple of weeks. We're on now, one more pickup before we get out of the metropolis of Brisbane Gold Coast area. So we're heading down now to see Ash from Innovative 4x4, who has we're going to pick up some lights. So we're getting some Baja Lights from Baja Designs, and Ash at Innovative is the Queensland dealer for those. We're really excited to test them out, and we're going to get them installed over the next couple of weeks as well. That's the last pickup, and then a few more hours on the freeway. We're going to get to Newcastle in the next 48 hours because we've got an appointment there to get a new fuel tank fitted to the car. So it's all happening. Let's go and see Ash at Innovative and check out these lights. Pretty excited for that. Time to give it some light. The first thing with the Baja lights was to check their fitment with the ATD bar. Being a relatively new light to the Australian market, we wanted to make sure that they were going to fit up okay with the bar, and they fit like an absolute glove.
You'd have it all the way forward, right? Should have bolts. Put it in the pocket.
All right, so we were just going to pick the lights up, but we got to be excited. So Ash is going to help us just install them. We're just going to chuck them in the bar because they're going to bolt up straight away. And the guys at McCormacks already pre-wired 4 driving lights, knowing we were going to do them. So we think we can just adapt the light to make it work. There is a Baja Designs wiring harness to be able to just plug and play and put them in your car, but because we already had the wiring there, we're just going to cheat a little bit and use the wiring that's existing. But it just means that we won't have the daytime running lights. So the lights have inbuilt a daytime running light that you need to use the supplied harness to be able to make that work, but we're just going to live without that and just run them as driving lights. Then it was on to the all-important eyeball test and making sure everything was lining up before getting them final fit off. And I've got to say, they look absolutely awesome. I love these lights.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No dramas. Good DIY install.
Yeah, it was
you did well.
I did. I nailed it. We're back on the road, and what's better than Gold Coast traffic? That's Gold Coast traffic in the rain, and there was plenty of both. Life's a little bit hectic out there.
Oh my gosh, that road is insane. You can't even see what's coming. So we've just pulled over, we're gonna have a rest, gonna go grab another coffee.
Stoked to get those lights fitted up at Innovative there. We were only going in there to pick them up, and then I said to Ash, probably wouldn't take long to just bolt them on, would it? And so, yeah, twisted his arm and it got him to help me install them. So what was going to be a relatively simple install as a DIY project became cheers Ash from Innovative for installing our lights for us, while I pretty much just sat there and haggled him and made life probably a bit more complicated.
And I shoved a camera in his face, which he loved. He was good a sport.
Yeah, so thanks Ash for being a good sport. We started punch south, but the weather's turned foul. It's almost, yeah, it's a little bit dangerous even to be driving at the moment. I think it's just windy, rainy, trucks and stuff going everywhere, so no need to push it. We're gonna have a break and chill out for a bit and then reassess.
Yeah, it'll be Wiki Camps to the rescue. Find us the nearest campsite, I reckon.
It is a challenge of running down the East Coast. You guys probably noticed we don't normally take the coast road, the Pacific Highway, because it's, well, one, it's chaos and hectic. It is the easier way to drive, but the other downside to the East Coast is there's just not a lot of camping options if you don't want to stay in a caravan park. So
Or hip camp.
yeah, there's a few hip camps and stuff, which we don't mind doing a hip camp here and there. But yeah, there's not a lot of low cost or free camping, that's for sure. So anyway, we'll figure our way through that. But for now, we're going to go and have another coffee, see if we can find somewhere for the kids to play out of the rain for a bit, and see what this weather's going to do.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
we're caffeinated again. The weather's improved. It's still raining, but it's not as hectic as it was about an hour ago. So we're going to keep making our way south. But yeah, our unplanned style of travel means that accommodation options are limited because a lot of the caravan parks seem to be booked out. So we'll just keep crawling south. I don't really want to have to go too far off the freeway because we've got to keep making our way to Newcastle, but we'll take what we can get at this point.
Yeah.
Just more worried about, I don't really want to do a hip camp or something out in a paddock just with the amount of rain we've had, just because I think, yeah, it'll be muddy and yucky. Anyway, we'll keep going. We'll find something.
I hate driving or being in a car during those kind of conditions. It just gets me every time. Simon's next to me, calm as a cucumber, but my heart has just been like on hyperdrive for the last 15 minutes. I've been checking the radar. We're through it now, which is good, and you can actually hear me. I couldn't film before because you wouldn't have heard me over the rain. Yeah, I managed to get a booking at a caravan park, so happy days. So it's about 40 minutes away. We're going to drive pull in, and then quick Latina pasta for dinner. That's my hot tip for drive days. It's just something really quick, something really easy, because you'll get there and you'll be exhausted. No one will want to cook. And then get ourselves to Newcastle.
Bungalow on site in the river. Liz found this nice little caravan park not too far off the highway, just near Iluka, and it was a perfect spot to rest up and wait out the bad weather. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you do enjoy our content. Don't forget as well, we donate 10% of all our revenue to charity from this channel, so thanks for watching the ads to help us out with that. And this month, all our funds will be going as part of our Movember campaign. If you'd like to donate to our Movember, I'll leave a link in the description below. We really appreciate your support.
Nailed it.
Every time, man. Easy one, that one. Join us next week as we explore a bit around Iluka before continuing on south to Newcastle and get our new long-range tank installed.
Today has been a very big day. It's just been raining for like, I don't know, maybe 2 hours. And now it's just slowed down a lot. We've still got the wipers on, if you can see them.